Hello friends, so I thought for this week's video I could share with you some of the recipes that I've been making, because as you know, one of my New Year's resolutions or intentions that you saw in my previous video was to keep making new recipes, and I feel like I've been really good at this. So I thought I could share this sort of journey with you and share some of my new recipes that I'm trying. So what I do is each Saturday or Sunday, I will sit down with my cookbooks. Let me show you my favourite cookbooks. I will sit down with these. On the weekend, I will pick out my recipes for the week, and then I will write a shopping list based on the recipes that I'm making. And these are my favourite cookbooks. So today I'm about to make a recipe from Healthy Made Simple by Deliciously Ella. I also love her Quick and Easy. This is one of my most used. It's the Doctor's Kitchen Cooks. I use this all the time. And then look how many pages are turned down in this one. This is the green roasting tin, another staple. And then of course, Emily English, so good. I will leave all of these linked down below. So yeah, the recipe that I'm making today is gonna be the super green edamame salad from Deliciously Ella. I will show you how I make that. I'm also gonna add in some tempeh for some extra protein and calories, because it seems like quite a light dish. But before we hop into that, I just want to mention something, and talking about this makes me really nervous, and maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but maybe I should just try and mention it casually. You will notice that the recipes that I'm making this week, they are all vegetarian, plant-based, plant-focused, and I feel like most of you guys associate me with that kind of lifestyle because I have eaten that way for like 8 years or something. But I did acknowledge recently on my Instagram that when I had my mental health crisis, I called into question all of my lifestyle choices and anything that I could do to try and get myself out of the darkest time of my life was something that I was going to consider. And one of those things that I considered back then was switching up my diet and introducing more animal products into my life. Oh my God, this is so scary to talk about. And this is something which I did literally over 2 years ago. And I haven't spoken about it online because I have been terrified, and I've also been like so mentally unstable that I just didn't think I would be able to handle the backlash that's going to come with it. And I don't even know if I'm mentally stable enough to handle it now, but I also feel like I'm just not sharing part of my life with you. So it just feels weird. Even though I don't owe it to the internet, I don't owe an explanation to the internet, it just feels weird to not share that. So yeah, I don't want to go into it in huge depth. The reality is that Ant and I still eat 95% vegetarian because that is the way that we prefer to eat. But honestly, when you go through the health challenges that I've been through over the course of the past few years, you are willing to do anything. And when I made those changes, there was also many of the things that I changed. I mean, I went through a lot of very intensive therapy of many kinds, and I did start to become more stable. And I don't know what things contributed to that, but this is one change that I made during that process of trying to heal myself. And I am now in a position where I almost feel too scared to go back. And I am quite happy with the lifestyle that I'm leading now. I feel quite content with the fact that I am a majority plant-based human being. We do basically cook 95% vegetarian in the house. We tend to be a little bit more flexible when we're out and about, or we're traveling, or we're out for a meal. But yeah, that is the God honest truth. And I just ask you guys to please be kind and compassionate and understand that this is not a choice that was taken lightly. This is a huge decision, and it's something which I worked through for a long time. I cried a lot of tears about, and Ant and I have worked through it together, and we're both in the place where we're really happy and content with how we eat. And I would just ask for your kindness around that. And as I said, to reassure you, we still eat mostly plants, but we're just a little bit more flexible because I feel like my brain and my body like that. Anyway, now I've offloaded that massive piece of news, I guess, let's jump into making a salad. Quinoa, cucumber, edamame, spinach, just ripped up, pumpkin seeds, salt and pepper, and the zest of a lemon. And now I'm going to make the dressing. I never actually follow the quantities that they say, so I'm just going to eyeball it. Bit of oil, bit of lemon, a few spinach leaves, bit of coriander, maple syrup, and some tahini. That looks good. And then this isn't in the recipe, but I'm just gonna crumble my tempeh into a pan and fry it with some soy sauce and some balsamic vinegar and some maple syrup, and just see how that turns out as a bit of like a crumbled tempeh proteiny addition. Right, let's put it all together. So we've got all the salad ingredients in here. I'm gonna pour on the dressing. This is what the salad looks like. So good. Let me taste it. Serve it up. And this is my tempeh. It looks super crispy and tasty. Turned out so good. Oh my God. I'm gonna put half of that on top of the salad. Wowee, this looks so damn good. It looks packed full of so much protein from the quinoa, the edamame, and the tempeh. Hello, we're on to the next recipe for the week. I'm gonna make this orange miso edamame salad that I found on Instagram. I got served it on Instagram Reels and I was like, this looks amazing. Add it to my saved folder. And I got all the ingredients, so I'm gonna make it this week. Let's get cracking. Let's start off with the sauce, orange zest, and the juice. Soy sauce, a bit of miso paste, Chinese rice vinegar, a bit of sesame oil, a bit of honey, and then last but not least, some grated garlic and ginger. Oh God, this looks good. Let's taste test it. Oh my God. Why have I never put orange with miso before? That is... Okay, let's get started on the salad. First up, a bell pepper, about half a cucumber, which I'm just gonna slice into smaller pieces. I'm making this quite chunky. Oh, that's made of edamame beans. Here we go, I've got a handful of defrosted edamame beans, so I'm just draining. They can go in. A chunk of coriander. I know some people hate coriander, so I guess you can probably just leave this out. And then some red cabbage. Just gonna peel off the I'm gonna peel off the outer 2 leaves. Never quite know how to slice cabbage well though, but I'll just do my best. Some spring onions chopped up. I always find spring onions also like really fiddly to chop. It calls for a can of drained white beans. It's an American recipe. I don't really know what white beans means, but I'm going to assume it means butter beans because that's what I bought. And it doesn't call for quinoa, but I'm just going to put some in because I feel like it would benefit from some quinoa, and I just love quinoa. And it bulks it out and makes it last longer. And this looks so good. Let's mix it up. I'm going to throw in some black sesame seeds and some salt, and then I'm going to cover it in the dressing. Love black sesame seeds. And I love salt. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this sauce, this dressing, to make it go a tiny bit further, because I've added in extra ingredients and this salad's probably a bit bigger than it's meant to be. Get all that miso, mix it up. Holy moly, this looks incredible. And that recipe made so much, I've got leftovers for days. I'm just basking in the sun like a lizard. Wow, that's nice. And let's taste test this. Wow. Guys, that is incredible. That orange miso dressing is out of this world. I'm definitely gonna be making that again and just using it on a bunch of different salads because that adds so much flavour. Wowee. Hello again. Today's new recipe that I am making, God, I am on fire this week, is another one from this is the Ella book. This is the pea, broccoli and walnut soup with herby croutons. I am not going to do the croutons because that just feels like a lot of effort, but I'm going to make the soup. So let's get stuck in. I am loving making soup right now. It's just, I don't know about you, but I feel so nourished when I eat soup. So let's make a nice green soup. Let's do it. It calls for 2 garlic cloves, but I'm going for 3. And then a head of broccoli chopped into florets. I'm also just gonna chop up the stem and throw that in there as well. Hello, let's fry the leeks with the garlic. The leeks are softened and smelling amazing. Let's add the other bits. Broccoli, peas, handful of walnuts, and veggie stock. Then I'm just going to simmer this until the broccoli is cooked. All right, everything is cooked through, and I somehow need to get it from here into the blender. Anthony Moore, don't watch this because it's probably going to go wrong. It's going to give him heart palpitations, the poor boy. Okay, let's blend this bad boy up. I'm just going to add in some fresh chives, pepper, and salt. That tastes good. Let's serve this up. That looks like a bowl of health. My body is going to thank me for this. Let's give this a proper taste test. Oh, that is so good. So warming. I don't know about you, but I feel like when I make soup, I just feel like wife material. Do you know what I mean? Like making soup feels like something a wife would do. And I did it. Hello, it is now Friday evening and I'm making a very simple dinner tonight. It's not even a recipe. I've just thrown a bunch of veggies and some tofu and lentils in a pan with some taco seasoning. So that's dinner tonight. But I'm gonna make an exciting dessert. Now I saw this cottage cheese dessert on Instagram and it's like high protein cottage cheese like baked dessert. And I thought it looked quite good, so I'm gonna make it. I do think it looked a little bit dry, so I'm gonna throw in a banana. That might mess everything up, but I'm just gonna give it a go. So this is what I'm making. Let's see how it turns out.
Hi, and this is my recipe. Very simple recipe.
Yeah.
Bit of pita bread, bit of hummus. Good ratio.
All about the ratios.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's Ant's recipe for tonight. So I'm gonna put in 2 pots, hello Bella Boo, of cottage cheese. 2 big pots. And then some eggs. A banana, this is a nice and ripe one. Hopefully we'll add some sweetness and some moisture. Bit of vanilla, bit of cocoa powder, and then a hefty glug of maple syrup. Let's blend that and check out the texture. Okay, I've got these little pots. And I'm gonna pour this mixture, very tasty mixture, into my pot. And then I'm gonna attempt to make them into like melt in the middle chocolate fondants by putting one of these truffles in the middle of each one. These are from, what is this company called? Rhythm 108. They're vegan Lindor truffles basically. You know the Lindor truffles that you get at Christmas? These are the vegan version. They're amazing. So I'm just gonna plonk one of those in the middle of each pudding and like cover it on the top. But these look good, right?
Yeah, but do they taste good?
I think they're hopefully going to. This is an experiment. All right, I'm now going to pop them in the oven. The recipe is supposed to make 2 big puddings, but I've made 4 little ones. It's supposed to bake them for 30 minutes. I think I'll put them in for like 15 and then check them out. I'll check back in with you in 15-20 minutes. All right, it's actually been 35 minutes. And I think they're just about done. They took a little bit longer than I thought. They smell amazing and they look amazing. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Just looks blooming delicious. So should we crack into it and see if the center is molten chocolate? Because that was the goal, right? You guys just need to give me some space. Oh yeah, the center is chocolatey. And delicious. The banana has kept it super moist. If anything, it probably could be cooked for another 5 minutes, but Ant and I need to go and watch The Traitors, so this is edible now. Tastes like banana, chocolate, warm pudding. Damn, that genuinely tastes so good. I think I'm gonna drizzle some almond butter on top, and then that's gonna be our dessert tonight. We're gonna have 2 each because live, laugh, love. It's Friday night. Babe, do you wanna come here and sign off the vlog with me? He's got Bella on his lap. Let's sign it off down here, shall we? Right, we shall sign off the vlog from the kitchen floor because we can't move due to Bella's very comfortable situation. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the new recipes that I made this week. I will leave links to the cookbooks and stuff down below, any recipes that I followed down below. And I hope you guys are just enjoying the YouTube content in general. I've actually really enjoyed making this video, so I really hope you liked it as well. Anyway, we're going to go and watch The Traitors. We are absolutely obsessed with it, and we will see you guys very soon in the next video. Hit the thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Bye, have a nice life, see you soon.